again, I'm repeating myself, this is a part of the IP4Biz platform from NASSCOM, and I would encourage this time, not the audience, but the speaker, but the panelists here. Here is a platform which gives you enterprise-ready software products. Some of those examples that you've seen here, perhaps the next time around you're doing a tech fair or something like that, you'd reach out to us and get us to participate in that. So we are a bunch of volunteers from NASSCOM, all of us as enterprise software companies. I myself run an enterprise mobility company. Several of the volunteers are here as well. So we're a bunch of around 15, about 60 companies from all over the country, and the kind of companies who are buying products from us are from all the biggies to the smaller companies. It's pretty much like a list of who's who. So I would encourage you to reach out to us or Nandita at NASSCOM here to see if you would like to take this particular conversation with a larger range of companies to the next level. So last, I'll invite Vigyanlabs Innovations Private Limited, Srinivas. And Srinivas and his company, they are in the business of clean and green solutions. Again, something that is being talked about a whole lot. They have a great product which they have deployed, and this will hopefully lead us all to a better earth and greener earth. Over to you, Srinivas.
Yeah. Thank you, Sangeeta. Srinivas is not here. I am Anand Hariharan. I head marketing for Vigyanlabs. I have with me Sanjay, who's one of the original concept creators and architects of this product. This is a slightly technical and business presentation. Okay, I need to take you to a very important concept. I'll take about 2 minutes to do that, and then I'll come to my product. Okay. So there are 4 parts to my presentation. Just a quick introduction of who we are, what we do. What is intelligent power management? What is the concept? What are we talking about so different that none of the others I've been speaking about so far? The concept, what is the patent that we have got? The patent is till 2030, so we have a lot of time to work on it. We are doing a lot of work on it. We are going to feature the product called IPM Plus. I'll talk to you about the product features in brief. What are the typical ROI scenarios? We are just starting. This is my second marketing presentation ever for this product. So the last one was thanks to NASSCOM again at Introp Bombay just 2 weeks back. So NASSCOM has been a great supporter for this in this cause, and it's a great cause. You will see it shortly. So we are an innovation-driven enterprise. We are a product company. We are very clear about it. All of us worked in HP. I worked in Ernst & Young for a fairly long time. We know the difference between product and services, and we only want to do product. We are a team of IT architects, IT consultants, and product engineers. Average experience is about 15 plus years. We have about 15 plus patents as of now. Been getting recognition on and off, quite a bit of awards. We are a Microsoft and IBM partner solution, and as late as last week we got it certified on Windows 8 as well. So we are very fast. Okay. So what we do a very simple thing. We do intelligent power management for IT infrastructure, right? That's all we do, and that's the only product suite that we have, and that's what we will invest in for the next 20 years. Till 2030 the patent expires. So what is IPM and why for IT infrastructure? It's very important to understand this. In India, the power costs are going off the roof. We recently had a power grid failure which put about 600 million of our citizens completely in dark. I was in Gurgaon at that time. It was a northern power grid failure. Prices are troubling. India Energy Exchange, you can see it. I was in Bombay till yesterday. There are a lot of people building very, very large data centers, even for telecom. And those data centers, the cost of putting the servers and the cost of running it, just the power cost, is so much that in a couple of years, it will equal the cost of that server. Then, in the case of your enterprise desktop environment, laptop environment, and mobile environments, there are a lot of invisible losses. India has 900 million mobile phones. Each mobile phone, on an average, we just for the sake of calculation, consumes 1 watt-hour of energy every day. That's 900 megawatt-hour of energy every day. The capacity of Kudankulam power plant, 1 unit, is about 1000 megawatt. That's about running Kudankulam nuclear power plant for 1 hour just to power all our mobile phones. Okay? So that's the important thing. And similarly, now enterprises have 1 lakh plus desktops, take Infosys, Wipro, TCS. You have laptops. All of us are losing energy all the time. So what is it that we are going to do differently? I'll just tell you. The important other fact is, McKinsey said, the CO2 emissions are increasing. And today I would like to say that IT is going to become one of the top polluters and reasons for carbon to emissions in the coming years. And it's not our findings; these are all identified by various people. So this is the concept. What is different? Traditional approach is generic power optimization. So today in Windows you have power schemes. You say balanced. Problem is, I say balanced maximum power. I'm presenting to you, my screen dims. I'm watching a movie, screen dims. I wanted to download a movie on torrent overnight. I have enabled power policy. The download interrupts because it's all time-based policies. The second important thing is all OEMs, everybody is doing power management. We are not disputing it. What you are doing is, Intel is doing at chip level, somebody is doing it at server level, somebody is doing it in the OS, right? Third important thing I said is intrusive. So intrusiveness has two characteristics. One is you intrude with either the end user experience, or the other important thing is you trade off performance against power saving. For example, we all have disaster recovery sites. If you measure the average CPU utilization in all of them, right, they are always around 50-60% because you want them to suddenly switch over, right? What you are doing is you're creating double the capacity just because, and all these are becoming extremely mission critical, right? So you need you're creating extra capacity just because you're afraid of failure and you don't have a solution to solve it. And the last important thing is we have been speaking to large customers to small customers. I was at a large university in Pune. I was in IIT Bombay yesterday. I met one very large data center operator. Everybody gets a monthly power bill which is aggregated across the organization. So if I'm TCS, for example, I get power bills for my data center. I get one power bill which is for my data center, my cooling, my desktops, my laptops, my everything, right? See, the important problem we are seeing is, first of all, nobody knows how much power is being consumed by IT infrastructure. So what is the different approach that we are doing? What we are doing is we are looking at the top devices in the world, okay, the top operating systems. So x86 is the platform of choice for us now. So we are working on x86 platform. We are looking at three major operating systems: Windows, Linux, and Android. Okay, and we are studying a lot of devices, and we are adopting an 80-20 principle to power optimization. The important difference is we are sensing the applications, the needs of the application, and optimizing power. So for example, that laptop is running there. I only need this to be on. That screen can be dimmed right now. The CPU can be almost brought to about 10%. I can switch off my disk, everything. So what we are doing is an application sensor based power optimization, and we are doing this across the spectrum of all devices, from tablets to servers. So I'll demonstrate some of that to you now. So we are doing multi-OS. So the whole idea is we want to do enterprise-wide power management. See, the biggest thing that a CIO today doesn't have, you have an enterprise-wide platform to administer security policies, antivirus policies. Somebody talked about how to measure employee utilization. You have all those. How do you know when is your UPS going to trip? What is your single integrated power management platform for the enterprise? So that's the first offering. And second is we believe we can help you measure and also save that power because of the way we do it. And the claim that we have, and it's not just a claim, I'll show it to you now in the Android platform. It's non-intrusive. We will not impact user experience or performance. And we can quantify and show you the power savings, the CO2 emissions, and depending on which region of Bombay you are, I can show you how much power you consumed in Andheri, how much you consumed in Worli, how much you consumed in Navi Mumbai, because each of the operators are different. You buy power from different people. Similarly, for industries, we have availability based tariff. We can plug it into this and I can show it to you. So this is the patent we have: fine-grained, non-intrusive, distributed IT infrastructure power management system. We've got it in a record time of 2 years. Just a few delays happened at the Indian Patent Office. We filed it in 2010. We got it in June 2012, and we have productized it now. Okay. So this is the important aspect: discover, measure, analyze, and save. So a lot of organizations are today not ready to listen to us on the savings part. So we are simply telling them, you just discover and measure. You just see how much you are consuming. Okay, the savings part is later on. Even industrial automation units are talking to us. We are integrating with Larsen & Toubro energy meters, Schneider energy meters. Just show you how much energy you are consuming. What is the distribution of power consumption across your plant? So now what are the product features? So today we have 3 flavors of the product. So what I have here is the Android version. We are putting it in the App Store next week. It's on, right? So this is the Android version. The second important thing is the Enterprise PC edition. For CIOs, today the mobile edition may not be of exciting interest to you, but we are adding a lot of new things on that. Maybe in a detailed discussion I can explain it to you. For a CIO, it's this and this segment that we are seeing, the Enterprise PC and desktop platforms and your server side, the cloud edition. So yeah, in the interest of time, so this is just a screenshot. So what all we show you is we give you a CIO dashboard of power. We'll tell you how many nodes are in what state. So it's also an event monitoring platform. Soon can be made into even an enterprise management system. But we don't want to get into that space right now. It will show you how much consumed, how much is saved, what is the peak power consumption right now, right? It can do auto discovery of assets. So we support IPv4 now. We'll soon have IPv6. It will show you the trend of power consumption across the day, across the month. So this is real data from our office in Mysore. So just a snapshot of it. And we provided a detailed calculator for the desktop environment. See, the way we are giving the product is we also want to be socially responsible, so we have put up free trial editions there. But for the enterprise, we're pricing it fairly low prices. So this is a made in India product for India, right? Later on, take it global. We don't mind if the US patent is there. See, the product you put it one time, but over the years, the months, it's going to give you continued benefits. So whether you buy the AMC from us or not is insignificant, because the savings is quantified, and you can see how much you're saving as well. And we can customize it to various parts of India. So if you're a pan-India operation, you can do it. So what are the competitive differentiators? All of us, mostly from HP, so some of us built HP OpenView, few of us built Amadeus. I was personally part of the UID program. So we've architected it to scalability for 100,000 plus nodes, typical enterprise grade. It's a distributed architecture, so that means right now I'm doing it for an aircraft manufacturer, Bangalore, Pune, and Mumbai offices. Mumbai administrator can administer a scheme in Mumbai, Bangalore in Bangalore, Pune in Pune. Those are those are workstations. These are not even desktops. So each one consumes about 140 to 160 watts of power. Those are very heavy machines. So we can have scheduled this one, or because it's application sensor based, I'm not saying ppt.exe. I can put a CAD/CAM system there. So they use CAD/CAM systems. I just add that to the, so just like how Sapiens was saying, right? Just add the applications there. And what we are telling you is we know the performance characteristics of most of them. So if you don't want to invest that effort, we can tell you how to save power. But if you still want, we can do that consulting bit and help you customize it further. Or you run the baseline. You run the baseline. You get your IT administrators to configure those policies for you. We have demonstrated in the small customers that we have got in the last 2-3 months, we have demonstrated 30 to 50% power savings. We are talking to fairly large ones. Thanks to NASSCOM, able to talk to you as well today. So soon we will be talking to many more. And the big thing is we support so many things. See, we are using industry standard protocols. We use TCP/IP, Modbus, SNMP. So we are not using any proprietary protocols. Energy meter manufacturers, UPS manufacturers are coming to us. They are exposing their interfaces to us. So we can show you complete end-to-end. We work on Windows XP to 8 certified, Linux both server and desktop editions. That right now we are only investing in Red Hat, don't have the time to do SUSE and all of that. We are willing to give you the IP. If you want, you can do it. So that's the open idea market that we want to open up. Android, we have it here. So this is the Android. So this is one of the local tablets. So the cool feature that we are going to launch next week is touch, it will switch off. It's a soft power off. That's a teaser for the market. And this is a detailed solution. So because, see, none of us have time to remember all these things. So soon we are going to build a lot more intelligence into it and help you. So there are two things. Either I save 30% of your power, or I can make a 1.2 gigahertz processor. I can run the same thing and give you the same performance on a 800 megahertz processor. So you choose which you want, right? So we integrate with all of these. We have done it for POS also, Go Frugal, so for retail. So first thing we did was we are incubating in Mysore University. So we gave it to the university, 1000 plus nodes, Windows and Linux. So that's certified by the principal there, 42% power saving. See, the logic is very simple. Students don't have time to do all these things, right? I administer policy across the organization. Just let it do on its own, right? That's all we are doing. And the important thing is, because to do all this, we need to do asset discovery. So you just run it, it automatically discovers the assets. So IPv4 now, IPv6 soon. We did in a business scenario also, so power systems. Most important thing, we have now done a wake on LAN. So you touch, LAN comes up, touch, LAN switches off. Right? Single. So that's it. That's my pitch. Thank you. Adopt IPM Plus, reduce power usage, go green.
So what kind of sensors and how are you saving power, by turning the PCs off, or?
Yeah, basically it's a software-based sensor, right? See, what's happening is, see, we have been studying operating systems inside out. We've been studying processor architectures. So what we are saying is, typically you know how frequency scaling happens in processor is, either you are at 80-90%, when you want to slow down, you just suddenly come down, right? See, that's like running a car, you know, 100 km per hour, brake, 100 km per hour, brake. So we are saying, we can keep sensing. See, I'm presenting to you. I know that's pptview.exe. I just need to have my screen on. Why do you need your dual-core processor on? Why do you need to read write? If you're typing an email, right, you don't need the HD high definition screen, right? You just need few pixels to be turned off. So we have found the ways to turn off few pixels, right? So we just
it's a software installed on the PC.
It's a software. It's an agent. So it's an agent which communicates to the enterprise console. So for the CIOs, CXOs, you view it real time. So we are not even saying go measure energy meter. It's soft metering. Okay. See, the advantage is you are measuring it right here. But let's look at it this way. The hypothesis we have is the amount of heat emitted by a desktop, standard desktop, is equivalent to the heat emitted by a human being. Right? So 100 desktops plus 100 employees, your AC you need to provision twice. If I just reduce it by 30%, you can just increase the temperature of AC by 1 degree, 2 degrees, right? Those are indirect savings, right? Similarly, another important thing, we are continuously monitoring your laptop batteries. Today, everybody goes to IT help desk morning, Lenovo laptop, battery chala gaya, replace karo. I don't have inventory, but we can forecast and tell you, see this battery performance deteriorating, please do this. Enterprise UPS, right? Telecom providers, large telecom providers, data centers. So we are building an enterprise-grade, enterprise-wide power management platform. That's
I think it's very exciting, and again, if everything that you're saying is working out at a place, it's got tremendous prospects from better utilization of the existing asset, because sometimes we upgrade even though we don't necessarily need to upgrade certain things too. Exactly. I'm not saying just extending that, but on a power side, absolutely power costs are going up and data centers are consuming a lot of power. So anything we can reduce is only good for the economy, it's good for the environment definitely in there. So why aren't you launching in US, and why aren't you doing? Those guys are the big power consumers all the time.
Yeah. I know. See, there are two.
You've got Naren over here who's ready to invest in your platform. If that's much you can save. So
we're more than happy. See, today I think few challenges.
No, you can't say more than happy. You have to say I'm going to go and do it and make it happen in the US.
Yes. Let me be very honest. We are just a team of 25. It's all self-funded. We don't have VCs, right? So that's why NASSCOM has given this amazing platform to us, right? Last 2 years we've been.
No, it's not close to funded companies. It's not close to funded companies.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So what I'm saying is we're just testing the market. What we do is spread the message, awareness, and we're working on next generation. See. That's why I said there are a few reasons why I was very.
I think rather than working on it, you should really see how you can get it incorporated into a broad, number of data centers.
Yeah.
Next generation will happen, but how do you bring this technology into real life?
Yeah.
I would see is maybe something you really should focus on right now, because I
Yeah.
think the payoffs are dramatic.
Right.
Power costs are real, and nobody wants to
Yeah.
use more power than necessary.
Right. See,
And and are there any downsides to using it? Will my application run slow, or they won't come up as fast, or?
No.
There's no downside
No
at all.
downside. No.
Then
See, that's why I'm explaining to you. See, what's the downside of doing the traditional power management is, see, data center, I told you, disaster recovery sites, right? See, what you are doing is, you're bringing it from 80% CPU utilization to 10%. We are saying don't do that. See, that's because then for you to ramp up from, when something switches over, to ramp up from 10 to 80 again is a lot of power consumption. So we are sensing, we are constantly sensing, seeing, okay, at this time let's just move it to 40 so that application performance is not impacted. But if it's a deep sleep, right, I've moved away from so soon, see, we are working on a lot of patents, so I'm not able to. So something we are working on is very simple. I just move away for a long time.
I hate to interrupt, but we're running out of
Sure,
time
sure.
here. So any additional questions from the panelists here for Anand? Atul? Okay, wonderful. So looks like
We'll
you're
be
going to have
happy to talk with you as.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, NASSCOM. Thank you.
Thank you. And with this, we come to the end of the session. I would once again do a shameless plug for IP4Biz, the platform that I am leading, and there are a bunch of volunteers here. You can see some very exciting companies here. Naren, Nitin, Greg, Piyush, Atul, I'm sure you agree with that, and hopefully you'll give us another opportunity, perhaps in your own companies, to come and have some of our companies present to you. Thank you all, and don't forget to give the feedback for this session. And I would like to, before I end, I would like to hand over a small token of appreciation from NASSCOM to all the panelists here who've patiently sat here and listened to everyone and kept their, Sorry, we're doing it again. Thank you. Some of you are getting it twice, I'm told, but thank you so much. Thank you.
It's actually the same. Coming back to you again.
And the audience, the session feedback.